what is IoT? Now that we've understood what a smart device is, let's check what the meaning of an IoT. IoT simply means Internet of Things. Devices connect to the internet, collect and share data. Example. Okay, now all these smart devices that we are talking of, remember the way they are being controlled. What makes them smart is that they think, they sense, they think, and they act. So, but all these devices, we can actually connect all the devices in a single point, which is a network. Remember, a network is interconnection of devices, of computing devices to share and communicate, right? So if all these devices, for example, now, if I come to my house now, I know that I have a smart TV. Then I also have another smart device, for example, smart AC. I have a smart door. Remember, each of these devices, what makes them smart is this one, it will sense, it will think, and it will act. That's what makes them smart, right? Now, all these devices are to still need to be controlled on their own. It's either you use your remote control to control this and program it what to do, it becomes smart. It's either you use your remote control to control this, to program it what to do, it becomes smart. The same thing happens to this. Now, there is now a system whereby we'll create a central network. Create a central network. Create a central network where all these things can be connected to. All the devices can be connected to. Even your CCTV also can also be connected to this. Can also be connected to this. So now all these things are now connected such that I can simply control everything inside this network from this place. So that means I can now install my own controller, for example, my mobile device. I can now install my own controller and connect it to this same network. The implication is that I can now control each of these things from this node. And this node now is mainly what? The internet. The internet. So the internet now gives us provision such that if I choose, I can connect to this no local network and control this thing. But remember, this local network, you can only access it within the location of these devices. Now, they now develop another thing called the internet, which is a global network of all networks, right? So we now send this same thing now. These data now, the data will collect from here that are inside this place, which meaning that we can control all these devices from this data. The next thing we do is that we can still send this thing to the internet. You get it now? Then what do we do now? That means if I want to control these things now, I don't need to be within this location, this LAN. I don't need to be within this LAN. What do I do? Once I connect to the internet direct, in any part of the world I am, I can now control all these devices. So remember, first, for you to control any device, it must be a smart device. That's the default. It must be a smart device. And then we must form a network. From this network now, it goes to the internet. So this is what you mean by what? Internet of Things. Meaning that we control devices over the internet, or devices or smart devices are connected to what? To internet to collect data and share data. Simple. So that's why you can now say in a smart farming system. In a smart farming system now, we can connect, for example, the irrigation machine. Now we can irrigation machine, the pH sensors, which other thing? All those things inside the farm can be connected. The security system, CCTV, can be connected over the internet. All these things now are in the internet. All these ones connected. This one also connected in the internet. That means the person, the owner of this one, don't need to. You can even design a robotic machines that could also be working. So stay connected to the internet. Remember, all these things must have been converted to smart devices, right? So now, what happens is that the person that owns it, of course, farms are normally in a remote area. So the person that owns it don't need to be in that farm. He can connect his controller, which is, for example, the phone, to the internet. Internet is everywhere. So he can now, from any part of the world, control these things from his device over the internet. So I think this makes a difference. So now